Lindsie Chrisley shades siblings, respects Nic Kerdiles family. Lindsie Chrisley has finally broken her silence and addressed the death of Nic Kerdiles. Todd Chrisley's oldest daughter clarifies she originally had no plans to make a public statement about his passing. She, however, feels as though she's been boxed into a corner, and she has no choice but to speak. In issuing her statement, Lindsie appears to throw some shade at her siblings, while insisting her decisions have been out of respect for Nic Kerdiles' family. Lindsie Chrisley shades siblings, respects Nic Kerdiles' family. Lindsie's most recent Instagram post was her wishing her boyfriend a happy birthday. In the comments, Chrisley fans made it pretty clear they thought the post was in poor taste. They noted that Savannah Chrisley's ex-fiance had just passed away, and she was throwing her happiness around on social media. Fans noted Lindsie should have posted something about Nic instead. One individual, however, responded to some of the comments. She noted that Nic had a name. His name was Nic Kerdiles. His name was not Savannah Chrisley's ex. Moreover, the individual noted Lindsie didn't have to say anything about Nic if she didn't want to. Others agreed it was possible Lindsie just didn't know Nic. Sharing a screenshot of the comment on her Instagram stories, Lindsie decided to break her silence. She explained she had zero intention of issuing a public statement on Nic Kerdiles' passing. Is his family looking for separation from the Chrisleys? Now, Lindsie Chrisley's post suggests Nic Kerdiles' friends and family members are frustrated that his name is all over the headlines. And they are frustrated that he is being referred to as Savannah Chrisley's ex. Lindsie implies that, unlike her siblings, she did not issue a statement out of respect for his family. She, however, had to break her silence to deal with the intense amount of backlash she's been receiving on Instagram. Backlash for her silence. As TV shows Ace previously reported, Kayleen Lowry appeared to issue a statement on Lindsie's behalf over the weekend that echoed the same belief. Her post noted that Nic Kerdiles was his own person and wasn't a Chrisley. Lindsie Chrisley, the eldest daughter of reality TV's most complicated family, has never shied away from speaking her mind. But in a world where familial loyalty often battles with personal truth, Lindsie has learned to walk a delicate tightrope. And this week she's done it again, throwing subtle shade at her siblings while praising Nic Kerdiles' family for their unwavering grace amidst tragedy. The backdrop of Lindsie's commentary is Nic Kerdiles' untimely passing. The former hockey player and Savannah Chrisley's ex-fiance tragically passed away in a motorcycle accident just months ago. The loss sent shockwaves through the Chrisley family and their fans, bringing up unresolved tensions and unspoken truths. A reflection on loss. In her latest podcast episode, Coffee Convos, Lindsie began with a heartfelt tribute to Nic. Nic was one of those rare souls who genuinely wanted the best for everyone, she said. Even when things didn't go his way, he handled himself with a dignity that's hard to come by. It's a lesson we could all learn from. Her tone was measured, but listeners couldn't help but pick up on the implicit comparison. Unlike the messy Chrisley family feuds often aired in public, Lindsie's words painted Nic's family as a beacon of unity and respect. I've had the privilege of getting to know Nic's parents and siblings, she continued. They have shown so much grace during this incredibly difficult time. It's not about what they say, but how they carry themselves, with love and strength. The subtle shade. While her praise for the Kerdiles family felt genuine, Lindsie's next remarks veered into territory that had fans buzzing. Grief is such a powerful mirror, she mused. It shows you who people really are. I've seen families either come together or fall apart in times like this. And honestly, it makes you reflect on your own dynamics and what you wish could be different. The words hung heavy in the air, a veiled critique of her own family's inability to maintain peace. Though she didn't name names, the Chrisley family drama is well documented. Todd Chrisley, the patriarch, is currently serving a lengthy prison sentence alongside his wife, Julie, for financial crimes. The fallout from their legal troubles has splintered the family, with Savannah and Chase appearing to take on the roles of public defenders, while Lindsie has often kept her distance. It's easy to post on social media or give an interview saying, "We're strong, but actions speak louder than words," Lindsie said pointedly. Strength isn't just about enduring. It's about how you treat the people around you when you're hurting. Admiration for grace. Pivoting back to the Kerdiles family, Lindsie detailed a recent interaction that left a lasting impression. "When I visited Nic's family, they didn't spend time talking about what could have been or pointing fingers," she said. "They shared stories about Nic, his kindness, his humor, his dreams. They honored his memory by focusing on the light he brought into the world." It was clear Lindsie admired their ability to prioritize love over blame. She described an emotional moment when Nic's mother pulled her aside and said, "Even in loss, we find ways to honor life." "I've never heard something more profound," Lindsie admitted. "It's a perspective I wish more families could embrace, including my own." A complicated relationship with her siblings. Lindsie's comments naturally reignited speculation about her strained relationships with Savannah, Chase, and Grayson. Despite attempts at reconciliation over the years, tensions remain high. Fans noted that Savannah's tribute to Nic after his passing seemed more performative than heartfelt, with critics accusing her of using the tragedy to deflect from her family's legal woes. Lindsie's remarks appeared to subtly call out this behavior. "Authenticity is rare these days," she said during her podcast. "It's not about how many tears you can show the world. It's about what you do behind closed doors." The comment didn't go unnoticed. Social media erupted with fans dissecting Lindsie's words, with many applauding her for taking the high road, while others accused her of stirring the pot. A call for healing. Toward the end of the episode, Lindsie softened her tone, acknowledging her own shortcomings. "I'm not perfect, and I've made mistakes in how I've handled things with my family," she admitted. "But losing someone like Nic reminds you that life is too short for bitterness. I don't want to look back one day and wish I'd tried harder to mend fences." It was a rare moment of vulnerability, and perhaps a small olive branch to her siblings. Still, Lindsie made it clear that her respect for the Kerdiles family was more than just admiration. It was an aspiration. "They show me what family should be. A source of strength, not stress," she concluded. "And that's something I hope we can all work toward, no matter how messy things have been." Fan reactions. The response to Lindsie's podcast episode was swift and passionate. Many listeners praised her for speaking her truth while still honoring Nic's memory. "Lindsie is the most grounded Chrisley," one fan wrote on Instagram. "She doesn't sugarcoat, but she also doesn't tear people down. That's a rare balance." Others were less forgiving. "She's clearly throwing shade at Savannah and Chase," another comment read. "If you really want to heal, why keep bringing up the drama?" The road ahead. Whether her siblings will take Lindsie's words to heart remains to be seen. The Chrisley family has weathered countless storms, but the current one feels different. With their parents behind bars and the public scrutinizing their every move, the path to reconciliation is murky at best. As for Lindsie, she seems committed to moving forward on her terms, taking lessons from the Kerdiles family as a guiding light. "I don't know what the future holds," she said in closing. "But if there's one thing Nic taught me, it's that you can choose love over conflict, even when it's hard. And that's the choice I want to make." For now, Lindsie's shade-laden but heartfelt words stand as both a critique and a challenge. to herself, her siblings, and anyone grappling with the complexities of family and loss.